All right, similar to the last time we used PLC Fiddle to make a flashing light that would turn on when the motor was running, we're going to make a flashing light turn on when the motor is running, but we're going to do it a different way. So I'm going to start off by putting 3 rungs down here. I'm going to add a Boolean, which is a light. Again, if you want credit, be sure to put your initials after the items you put in memory. I also need a timer, which I'm going to call T1. And I need a couple of numbers. The first one is going to be 0.5. I could name it something else. And the second one is going to be 1. Now you'll notice it drops these numbers in. You actually enter the value of the number in the box beside it. So I'm going to enter that 0.5 and the 1 because that is the value that I want that to have. All right, I'm going to go to coils and put the light down here on the last rung. And then on timer, I'm going to put in an on-delay timer will work and a reset. I'm going to put on this second line. And I'm going to set both of these to T1. All right, I'm going to go to contacts, get a normally open contact, put that here, and set that to the motor. So when the motor is going, this on-delay timer will run. Now over here, I'm going to drop down this on-delay timer, and I'm going to give a preset of something 1 or greater. It doesn't matter as long as it is 1 or greater, because I'm not actually going to be using the Q, the output of the timer. I'm going to be using the value that is actually counted to, which is ACC. So as the timer is counting up, let's say here for preset PRE, I put this as 10. And the counter is counting up 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. That is the value of ACC, and that is the value I'm going to be using in a couple of comparisons. The first comparison under time and count, under compare, is when to reset this timer. And I want to reset the timer when the ACC value is 1 or more. So greater than or equal to 1. What is greater than or equal to 1? The timer 1 ACC value. Greater than or equal to what? And 1. I'm going to put another comparison in here. It's also going to be a greater than equal. Again, it's the timer 1 ACC value, and this is going to be that 0.5. So what should happen here is that when the motor starts running, logic can flow through this open contact, which will close and start this timer. The timer will then start counting from 0 up to half a second. When it gets to half a second, this light will turn on. And then the timer will keep counting up because the motor is still on. When the timer gets up to 1 second, this will reset the timer. And in the next scan of this program, the light will be off and will remain off until the timer gets up to half a second. All of this will stop when the motor stops running. So let's see how this works. And I'm going to leave this timer 1 open so you can see the ACC value going here. So I'm going to cycle the on button. You can see that ACC is counting from 0 up to 1, but it resets every time it gets to 1. And you can see that this light is flashing on and off at a 1 second interval. On for half a second, off for half a second. And then if I cycle the off button, motor turns off and the light turns off. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. And I'm going to submit that. Again, remember the file formats that Canvas likes. Be sure to submit as a JPEG or a PNG. There is a, or a PDF. There is a new Mac file format. I'm not sure how new it is, but Canvas doesn't seem to like that particular type of image format. So make sure you upload something that Canvas does like.